Good day everyone, I'm Hannah Guarte, together with my group, Jillian Patron, Charlie Zonyo, and Brian Vega from BSHM 2C. We will be going to discuss the chapter 17, the masculinity. Here is the learning outcomes. At the end of this chapter, the student should be able to explain the importance of understanding that masculinity is a construct and state why the concept of masculinity can be oppressive to men. And here is our table contents: men and gender studies, beginning of masculinity, what makes a man, proving masculinity, and aversion to the feminine, masculinity as homophobia. Masculinity as power, men as the masculine generic and male entitlement, men and fragile masculinities, the responsibility of men, and is the Philippines a masculine country? It is important to discuss the masculinity as the prevalent notion which shapes all aspects of society, and from politics to see the effect of gender inequality and gender socialization on both genders. In traditional households, men work outside, leaving boys without male role models at home. Boys learn masculinity from media and school interactions. The media influences boys' perception of masculinity, sometimes promoting sexism, violence, and objectification of women. What makes a man a man? Sociologist Kimmel identifies 4 rules of American masculinity, such as no sissy stuff, be a big wheel, be a sturdy oak, give hell, while psychologists Joseph Vandello and Jennifer Bosson added various forms of masculinity like the hegemonic masculinity. Men often feel pressure to prove their masculinity through actions such as physical strength, sexual prowess, economic success, and risk-taking behaviors.
Hello everyone, I am Jillian Patron and I am going to discuss the aversion to the feminine masculinity as homophobic. According to Kimmel, homophobic in the sense that any sign of femininity in a man is shown to bear masculinity criticism from his peers. Men who subscribe to this narrow form of masculinity then are afraid of or have a hatred of any non-conforming man. Homophobia is not the fear itself of gay men but the fear that a man can and will become gay or feminine. Kimmel says homophobia as the cause of sexism, racism, and heterosis.
Masculinity as a power. Power has historically been linked to masculinity, which frequently shapes leadership, rules, expectation, and society in variety of social, political, and economic circumstances. Authority and control historically been associated with masculine characteristics like strength, dominance, and aggressiveness. Masculine generic male and entitlement. The assumption that males are the default or norm in society and reinforced by the historical use of terminology associated with men to refer to all individuals. This is known as masculine generic. This viewpoint gives the rise the idea that men have natural advantage of rights or over opportunities, resources, and decision-making, frequently at the price of gender equality.
Men and fragile masculinity. Fragile masculinity refers to the anxiety men experience when they feel they are not meeting societal standards of manhood, which can lead to defensive behaviors like aggression, resistance to change, and difficulty expressing vulnerability, often stemming and easily threatened. It also mentioned the Gender Role Conflict Scale, or the GRCS, is a psychological assessment tool used to measure the level of discomfort or conflict an individual experience due to societal expectation and pressure related to
Hi guys, I'm Charlie Zonya and I'm going to discuss about the responsibility of men. Men have no way to adjust to their changing gender role precisely because they do not see themselves as gendered beings. Is the Philippines a masculine country? Filipino masculinities are driven by their states as the main actors in their public realm, as drivers of development and wealth and creations.
The traditional concept of masculinity limits men's emotional expression, pressures them to prove their manhood, and reinforces gender inequality. The solution will advocate people for redefining masculinity in a way that promotes self-awareness, inequality, and positive gender interactions.